Okay, this is the second part of the text. Um, okay, we are here. The interviewer asks Ada and tells her, "Don't you ever get lonely living so far out of the way?" What's the meaning of so far out of the way? It means away from people, far away, okay? Not around people, not around where people live, okay? So far away, not in the city, in the countryside. Ada, not really. I see my best friends every day. Mom always says it's better to have personal contact with fewer people than to be surrounded by hundreds of strangers. To be surrounded by people means that you have a lot of people around you, near you, okay? To be surrounded by hundreds of strangers. Stranger is a person that you don't know, okay? Okay, so for example, my mother always warned me not to talk to strangers. The interviewer says, wise words. Wise means not having, wise means having or showing the ability to make good judgments, okay? Okay, wise words. But what happens in emergencies? Emergency is something dangerous or serious, like an accident, for example, that happens suddenly, okay? So he asks her, what happens in emergencies? Emergencies is the plural of emergency. Are there sufficient emergency services nearby? Sufficient here is an adjective which means enough. Okay, so are there enough emergency services nearby? Ada, not within walking distance, okay? But our district has several well-organized hospitals. District is an area of a country or a town that people live in, okay? So here, but our district has several well-organized hospitals. Last summer, for example, Paul had been working in the orchids. Paul had been working in the orchids. Paul had been working in the orchard. Orchard here, it means an area of land where fruit trees are grown. For example, an apple orchard. Okay, so it's orchard, it's not orchard. So Paul had been working in the orchards and was climbing down from a tree when he fell and broke his arm. Luckily, I was nearby. Nearby means not far away. I was nearby because I had been picking apples too. So I heard him scream. Mom and Dad were out, so I phoned for an ambulance. It only took 20 minutes to get here because the roads are so quiet, and Paul saw a doctor immediately. Immediately means very quickly, without thinking or waiting, okay? So here, Paul saw a doctor immediately because the hospital wasn't busy. The interviewer says, this is impressive, okay? If something is impressive, it becomes something that you admire so much, okay? So that is impressive. So what does the future hold for you? Ada, I hope to go to Edinburgh University in 2 years' time to study law. What's law? Law are rules usually made by governments, okay? For example, there are laws against drinking in the street. Interviewer, so you will be swapping rural life for the bright lights. What's the meaning of swapping? Swapping here is to swap means to give something and to be giving something else instead. For example, when you swap books with your friend, means that you give him your book and he takes your book. You give him your book and he takes yours, okay? So here, so you will be swapping rural life. We said rural life is to live in the countryside, not in the city. So you'll be swapping rural life for the bright lights. Bright lights means the promise of excitement in the city. When you live in the city, you you can feel and you can see the bright lights of the city. It's different to the natural places that you can see in the countryside, okay? So bright lights here means the excitement that you can find in the cities, okay, when you live in the city. Ada, that's right. Who knows, I might even prefer an urban environment. Urban environment is, urban means something that's related to a city or a town, okay? So here she says, I might even prefer an urban environment. She might even prefer to live in a place not like the countryside, okay? Like the city or the town. Here we have read all the text and we have covered all the new vocab. Along with these two videos, I will upload a file, a Word file that has all the meanings and the new vocab, along with examples for each word. And then you will find exercises on this lesson that you can answer. Thank you for listening and see you when I upload a video on Sunday. Okay, bye.